Hello everyone, my name is Braden and welcome back to another video on my channel. Now today we are going to be making an update for my resource pack. So yeah, it's been way too long since the last resource pack update, over a year now, and I definitely want to get a lot better at making updates for this. But yeah, this is going to be a really big update because I've redone almost every texture since the last update. And yeah, so there's a lot of to talk about, and yeah, so let's just get right ahead and start. So yeah, this is the brick texture. I made this a while ago. This is an edit of the default one, except I made the what is that, grout stuff, I think it's called, dark, and then also I added random variations, as you can see. So some of the bricks are lighter, some of the bricks are darker, and then some are smaller. I'm trying to find one. I just saw one right here, right next to the block that I was looking at. So yeah, as you can see, some bricks are small like that. And then we have the dirt texture. I'm sure you all seen this if you've seen my videos before. So yeah, coarse dirt. I changed this not too long ago, but you guys still probably have seen this already. I'm pretty sure that was the same in the last update. Oh, and yeah, before I forget, I changed the path block to be the same texture as the coarse dirt, as you can see. And yeah, this looks really nice. And then also, I changed the petrified oak slab, which is not in survival, to be coarse dirt. Oh, I don't know why that's like that. I need to change that to something else. But yeah, so I changed this to be the coarse dirt texture. So if you want that in your world and you're using my texture pack, or if you just want it in my world and you're not using the texture pack, you could add a custom recipe. And yeah, I use that slab all the time in my world, so you guys probably seen it. Granite is just default as for right now, because most of the time when I use this pack, I also have my add-on pack, which is a pack that I just use in my single player world. And in my add-on pack, that changes granite to be more of like a slate color, I guess. I mean, actually, could still be granite because there is like black granite. So yeah, it's more of it's like a dark stone instead of this like pinkish color, because I really don't like this color. Andesite, there's two variations of this, and yeah, this is the main one and then this is the other one. Yeah, I think that looks really good. We have the diorite, which also has two variations, as you can see. Looks really nice. I made this texture not too long ago. And yeah, stone, there's like 4 different variations. I think this is the old default, this is a old version of the new default, and then the other ones are just the ones that I made myself. And we got the cobblestone. These aren't all the different variations because there's a lot of different variations. I think there's like 21 different ones because there's like 7 normal ones, and then I doubled that because I made the normal ones also have another variation with some of the stones dark, and then I added 7 more onto that because I changed some of the rocks to be like this pinkish color, and it just adds a little bit of color into it. If you're not really looking at it, you can't really notice it, but it adds some detail into the build and it looks really nice. I love this cobblestone texture. And then we got the bedrock right here. I think this looks really nice. Sadly, you can't build with it though because it's bedrock. And then we got the logs right here. As of right now, birch is the only one with random textures. Yeah, as you can see, these are 2 different textures. I think there's around like 4 different textures for birch. And also, yeah, there's no black dots on birch. I was originally going to add them onto this texture, but then I was looking at it without this, like just the way that I had it, so I could see how the background looked, and I really liked it without the black dots, so I decided not to add it. Alright, I accidentally broke that earlier. But yeah, we got the strip logs here, and these two are default, and these four are changed a little bit. Or not a little bit, this one is only changed a little bit. I changed the color to match this part, and then also the planks. And this one I changed to match the planks, but it's like a big difference, so I would say this has changed more than a little bit. This one, for some reason, the side was like super bright, even though the top was this color. Like even in default, it was like that, and I thought that looked really bad, so I made this darker. Jungle is green to match the planks, and then we have the bushy leaves. So yeah, if you guys have fast, what? Oh, I have Optifine, that's why. Oops. Oh, why is my custom sky off actually? Alright, if you guys have fast graphics on, this won't work, and I accidentally broke that again. So yeah, you have to have fancy graphics on, and if your computer can't handle fancy, there are texture packs that you can add on to this pack to get rid of the bushy leaves. Just like look up bushy leaves disable or something like that, and yeah, it should show up. I don't know exactly what the pack is called, but I know I've seen it before. And yeah, let me just turn that back on. There we go. And then I don't like clouds on actually. There we go, that looks much better. Yeah, I turn off my custom sky whenever I use shaders, because custom sky and shaders don't go good together. But yeah, these look really nice. And then we have the bookshelf, which I just recently made some variations for this. So as you can see, there's the main one here, default, and then there's this one which has a small little potion bottle on it and a book on the side with like a little bookmark in it. And then there's this one which just has books on it, no like potion bottles or anything. And I really like the way that looks. And yeah, so now we have the doors. This is the iron door. As you can see, this is very similar to the netherite texture. I'm in 1.15 right now, but I accidentally broke that in too. I keep accidentally breaking stuff. Let me get a sword out. This way I can't break stuff. So yeah, I'll eventually move into 1.16 at the end of this video and show you guys what I did to netherite, because yeah, I had the iron dark and then they added the netherite, which was like pretty much the same color. So I decided to keep the netherite or iron dark and change the netherite to something else. So yeah, you guys will see that at the end of this video. This is changed a little bit, and I just changed the color to match the planks. Oak is default, by the way. Acacia, I changed the color to match the planks, and then there was windows at the bottom, and I didn't like that, so I just filled that in, and it looks really nice. Jungle was changed to match the planks, and then the window on here, there was like some windows on the bottom as well, and I didn't like that, so I just changed it so there's only windows at the top. And yeah, trapdoor, I just changed it to match the door a bit better, and then also I didn't like the window on there, so yeah. These are default. This is default. Iron is just dark, as you can see, and it has the netherite texture, and it's actually not exactly the netherite texture. Netherite texture has a bit of a red tint on it, but I changed it to be a blue tint because I feel like that was better for iron. And yeah, diamond I changed to be more of like what people think of when they think of like diamonds. So yeah, this looks really cool. I love the way this texture turned out. Emerald I made so it's like actually centered. Before there was a 3 pixel center, like in the middle there's 3 pixels, and so the texture wasn't actually centered in here, and that bothered me, so I had to change it so it would be a bit thinner, and I actually like the way it looks. So yeah, maybe it'll look cool on the side. No, not really. Okay, yeah. But yeah, TNT, I just changed it a little bit because one day I was bored and just decided to make a TNT texture. So I may change this back to vanilla one day. And yeah. Enchantment table, I love this texture. I made it not too long ago. It's very simple what I did to it, but it looks so nice. I just added a border onto it, as you can see, and there's a border on the bottom, so you can actually probably use it in like something like this somehow. I don't know what you would use this for, but you could use it in something. And then the cloth at the top, I just added more shading onto it so it looks a bit better, and then I also changed the color a little bit. Soul sand, I changed this back to vanilla. In the old version of this pack, it was supposed to be like a mud texture, and I've tried for so long to get a mud texture that looks good, and I just couldn't do it. And then in 1.16 they added soil, and I feel like that soil is a good enough mud texture. So instead of trying to make this look like mud, I'm just gonna use soil as mud instead. And then also it's better because this makes bubbles now underwater, so it kind of messes up your builds, but the soil won't make bubbles, so that's nice. Fences have their own texture. They don't share a texture with the planks anymore, so that's really cool. I like the way these look now. Glass, I don't really have anything to say about them. You can just look at them. And yeah, this used to be B-Dub's design kind of, but then I was tired of like not really my pack being original. Like I feel like my pack isn't really original. I copy a lot of different people because I like their packs, but I like making my own texture packs, so I just take what I like from other people's packs and like make it my own. So for the glass though, a lot of different people had B-Dub's glass texture, and I wanted to be a bit more unique, so I just decided to take the default glass and put a border around it. So I think that looks really nice. These are the double slabs. Most of them are the same except for the planks. As you can see, if you place two like wooden slabs on top of each other, they become vertical planks, which is very cool. Eventually I want to do all these other ones, but I just didn't get to that. The ladder I made to match the spruce color, and then it's also 3D, so that looks really nice. Anvil, I just changed the inventory. Barrel, the inventory has changed. This is the same inventory as the chest. This inventory was actually made by Germsy Boy, and he gave me permission to use it, so yeah, shout out to him. But yeah, you could see the barrel, it's like 3D. I didn't really like how the old or default barrel was just I don't know, a different texture, so I decided to make it 3D, and I think it looks really nice. Grass, there's a ton of different variants for grass. I think there's probably like 5 to 10 different textures, and then I made like 3 or 4 different models. I think it's 4 different models including the default one. So yeah, I made 3 different models, I guess, for the grass. There's this plus shape one, there's this star shape one, which is like the plus and the default one combined, so it makes like a star. And then there's like the wheat and stuff model, but on grass, and it looks really nice. And yeah, like I said, there's about 5 to 10 different textures for this. I kind of forget how many there are. So yeah, there's a ton of different variations in grass, and it looks really nice. Planks, spruce and oak are pretty much default, except I made random variations for them. So yeah, you can see this texture and this texture are not the same. They have slight differences, and it looks really nice. Birch, I changed the color to match the sand a bit more, so as you can see, that goes really well together. Jungle is green because it looks like a rotting wood, and then it also goes really good with spruce wood, so yeah, you can mix that in. You've probably seen that in my single player world if you ever watched my single player world. And then acacia is like a reddish color. I really like the way that looks. It's a lot more usable than the orange, pretty much this color plank, and yeah, I just really didn't like that, so I made this, which is a lot more usable. We got dark oak, which I think is default, but I might have changed it a little bit, but I'm not sure. Chest, it is inspired by who's B-Dub's old chest texture, but he recently changed it to be something else. But yeah, that looks really cool. We got the bee nest, which I completely redid this texture, and then I also added some different like variants of it, kind of, to be able to see the different stages. Cause yeah, before it would just be like the first stage, and then there would be stages in between that, but you wouldn't see them, you'd just see the final stage. So I made textures for all the different stages so you could kind of see the honey build up inside, and then when it's completely full, that's when you know it's ready. The torch, I added a flame like onto it. This looks really cool. I love this model, and it's animated obviously, and it looks really nice. And then the inside of the torch, like the part that's on the default model, that's also animated. So yeah, the torch looks really cool. And then also in your inventory, it's like 3D, so you can see it's like 3D in your hand, and then you throw it on the ground and it's also 3D. That looks really cool. And then we got the lantern here, which was really inspired by Germsy Boy. And yeah, then if you look in your hand, you can see you're holding it actually like a lantern. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we got the iron bar right here, which if you place it normally, it's like a normal iron bar. I actually wanted to make this iron bar texture like work as a window as well, if you really wanted to use it as a window. So yeah, this is just like a different version of glass, I guess, or it could work as a different version of glass if you really want to use it as glass. So that's pretty cool. But then if you place it by itself, it works as a chain, which I think this is really useful. Like with this, and then there's a bunch of other stuff that you could do with it. Crate, right now there's only one texture. I made more textures for it. Eventually I want to make it so each pitch of the note block is a different texture, for like a different crate texture. But I didn't get to that because I don't really know how to do that, so I need to look at other texture packs to see how they did it. We got the Mycelium here. I just made this texture today actually. I was looking at the default one and it was so bad. I don't know why Joppa didn't change it, or maybe he did change it, but it was horrible. So I just redid this myself really quick and it looks nice. Grass, as you can see, there's like rocks on the grass, and this looks really cool. I love the way the rocks look, and yeah, that's pretty unique. I haven't seen like really any other texture pack do that. And yeah, then we got the podzol right here. For the longest time this was like so ugly, and I just recently changed this back to default. Well, the top at least. The side is my own custom texture, but the top is default now. And yeah, so this looks so much better than what I had before. But I still don't really like the default texture, so I may change this in the future, but for now it's just better than what I had, so I wanted to change it. And then we got the snow, which is pretty much default except has my dirt texture, and then we got the coarse dirt, which you guys already seen. But now I'm going to go into 1.16 so I could show you guys my 1.16 blocks and items and what I've done so far. Alright, so I'm in 1.16 now, and yeah, so this is what I did to the netherite. This was really inspired by one of Terraria's textures, or like armors and materials. I don't know what it's called though, but I just remember seeing it in Terraria, and so yeah, I based it off of that. And yeah, so this is the armor in the like inventory, whatever. And then this is it, like actually on me. So yeah, it looks really cool. I love the way that this turned out, and you might have actually already seen this because I posted it on Reddit a while ago and it got a lot of upvotes. So yeah, you might have seen it already, but could I put this on? There we go. Yeah, then we got the warped planks and crimson planks. So yeah, the crimson planks I changed a lot, but it still kind of has that purplish color in them because I didn't want to completely remove the purple, but I did want to get rid of it at the same time. So the actual like plank is red, kind of. It still has purple in it, but then the shadow is like purple, like really purple. So yeah, that looks a lot better than the default one, and it's a lot more usable. And then this is pretty much the same color as default, maybe a bit darker, but then the colors are better because I don't know what Joppa was thinking. Kind of doesn't even look like a Joppa texture. It looks like probably like Jeb made it. So yeah, the colors on the default is just so bad. I don't know why, but it is. And yeah, I redid the logs too. The default logs are animated, but I really didn't like that because they're logs, so it just doesn't really make sense. I know it's like not a real life log and it's more magical, I guess, but still, like, I don't really like it. So I just decided to kind of keep the same idea with like the color going through it, but not have it animated. And yeah, I think it looks a lot better. And then these are also unique textures instead of just recolors of the same texture. And you can see the top up there. I'm in survival mode because I want to show you with the hotbar in just a little bit, but yeah, you can see the top up there. And yeah, also I do want to say that this pack is not officially made for 1.16. I just have some of the 1.16 textures done and in the pack, so if some of the stuff doesn't work in 1.16, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to wait for a update that I'll make once 1.16 officially comes out, or once I start using it. But yeah, so there's no random variations for these just yet, but I need to make them. And then yeah, not all the textures are done because this is just the snapshots. So yeah, but then for the hotbar down here, the old hotbar was pretty much the default one, just changed a little bit, and I just made this a lot cleaner because the old one was so noisy and messy, and really like the old Minecraft style. The new Minecraft textures are a lot cleaner, and I try to make my pack match the Minecraft style, but still like changing stuff. And so yeah, I also changed the experience bar to be a lot cleaner. I changed the hearts to actually have more shading, which kind of goes against what I was trying to do with the other stuff, but I think it looks better. Hunger, I think I changed a little bit, but not too much. And then here, let me get some armor on so you could see the armor bars. I did pretty much the same thing that I did to the hearts. I just added a bit more shading onto it, not too much though. And yeah, that looks really nice. Don't want to do that, I just want to put it there. But yeah guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any suggestions for the pack, join my Discord server and then you could tell me on there. And yeah, you could also make a comment on here or on CurseForge. I couldn't say that for some reason, but yeah, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you guys have not already, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye.